up? It's your girl, Sasha Banks, the legit boss. You are watching Going In Raw. You like that?
Hey, Friendo, Steve here.
And Larson.
And welcome back to Going In Raw, the only pro wrestling podcast you need to be listening to right here at youtube.com/Steve and Larson. Available wherever podcasts can be found. And, of course, taped live at the Twitch, twitch.tv/Steve and Larson. It is exciting times, man. It's Pledge Week here at Going In Raw. Larson, what is Pledge Week?
Pledge Week is, of course, where everything that we usually reserve for our patrons, our YouTube channel members, and our Twitch subs is now free gratis for everybody. That includes Friendo Club TV, Ask Steve and Larson. That went up today. That's available now. Tomorrow, Power Rank. Friday, Vintage 10 for the win. And we got some gaming stuff, too. Question threads for all of our recaps. Available to everybody. Just for this week. We're doing this. Hopefully everybody get a chance to check it out.
Yeah, absolutely. We already have a couple of new patrons that will be taking advantage of this stuff. Jeffrey Collins, Nick Hook, and Christopher McKeon. Thank you very much for your support.
Thank you.
We appreciate it. Yeah, all week, man, we're going to be doing this stuff. It's Pledge Week, so you guys will get to experience what Friendo Club TV members get as well. A sub on Twitch, a YouTube channel membership, or $5 on Patreon, and that gets you there.
We got some other programming news. Wednesday, Steve is going to try his hand at Quizzlemania again.
I'm bringing it home. What was that? You just chuckled? That was rude. I see your face. I can see your face from here. Wow, no support whatsoever. Not shocking.
Prove me wrong.
You're a terrible friend. We gotta get.
Prove me wrong.
That's the thing. You gotta get that going so we can get a T-shirt.
Prove me wrong. There you go.
I am gonna prove you wrong. I'm bringing home that trophy. Quiz me. Tell me what year you want me to tell you the Sole Survivor is.
1917.
There was idiot. There was no Survivor Series.
You knew there wasn't a Survivor Series then. Good job.
See, I'm proving you wrong. Give me another year.
1956.
I'll tell you, 1996. It was Bart Gunn and Rocky Maivia.
That's not what I asked. I don't care about 1996.
1997. It was Interrogator, Bulldog, and Shamrock.
That's not from your memory. You're reading off something,
What?
and that's not from memory.
No, I'm not.
Stop.
Give me another year. Give me another year that you know there was a Soul Survivor. Go ahead. 2009 is Kofi Kingston.
No, I didn't ask about 2009. 1975.
2000.
It's a good year for me. It's a good year for somebody being the sole Survivor Series in 1975.
2008, it was Bert Phoenix? I don't know who that is. Anyways. So, yeah, let's keep on going here. We're going to be talking about Monday Night Raw. Oh, also, by the way, me and my wife, I'm going to give a quick shout out to a great podcast that I know of, that I'm aware of. They're really great people over there at That's Not Scary. Me and the wife, we got ourselves a podcast. Go check it out. YouTube.com/That's Not Scary. Got a brand new episode up today. Let's go check that out. So I don't have to watch Raw anymore. Anyways, Raw was a pretty fun episode.
Wait,
Larson.
pardon me?
What?
It's about not watching Raw anymore?
I don't know anything about that.
I feel like that affects me.
Anyways, in the words of Larson, Raw was okay.
Yeah, Raw was okay. You have to get the inflection right, because with Raw, when you say it was okay, you got to get it with like the browbeaten exhaustion of having to sit through 3 hours of Raw. You called it right in our text messages. It's an energy vampire, and it's a time vampire. It doesn't need to be 3 hours. It's to the detriment of the show. You make this a quality 2 hour show, it's a pretty damn entertaining episode of Raw, because there was a lot of good stuff in here. You know what? I feel validated saying that. I feel okay saying that because, well, number one, it's true. But number two, Louis Dangour, who I will not be facing on Quizzlemania this week. I believe they call him Nugget now. Is that true? Like, I think Denise Salcedo called him Nugget. Wow. Something like that. I don't know why. No idea.
Apparently, he had KFC for the first time. I get this in little bits and pieces. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, I saw that he had KFC.
Yeah,
for the first time I saw that.
He said Raw today. I think he just tweeted Raw is too long, and
it is too long.
It really is. I was
You've been
watching
saying that for a long time. It's way too long.
I was watching. I was laying back in my recliner, so comfortable, almost fell asleep. Lacey looked over, and said, "Are you just getting tired of this stuff?" And I was like, "No. Like on Fridays, I legitimately enjoy when SmackDown comes on. You know, are you ready for a good time? Yeah, I am. Yeah, I'm ready for a good time, and I have a good time. AEW, boom, all that stuff with
it's dynamite. Yeah,
it's dynamite. It's a good time. NXT, hey, I'm there. It's 9:00 in the morning on Thursday. I'm gonna check out NXT. I enjoy NXT. It's fine. Are there things I'd rather be doing on my Thursday morning, yeah, maybe. But I watch NXT. I have a good time. Raw, I walk into it. I'm like, all right, back to work.
Yeah, it's like Raw is going to be boring. Prove me wrong. You know, that's essentially what it is.
That is the ultimate prove me wrong. You're absolutely right. Hey, didn't in the preview today? Am I dreaming? Am I tripping? Didn't they say Drew was going to be on Firefly Funhouse?
You are not tripping. That was advertised. It was in our Raw preview. It was on WWE. It was advertised on WWE's Twitter. They had a change of heart.
Oh, so I didn't walk out of the room and miss that. I checked your notes. I did the okay.
No, there was no moment of bliss. Alexa Bliss only showed up in that backstage segment.
Oh yeah.
Nikki
Bliss,
Cross. So the two takeaways for Raw, at least for me tonight, what they're doing with the men's, both men's and women's Survivor Series teams, has it been pretty fun?
Oh, for me, the men's Survivor Series team, by far the most fun thing about the show. I loved it.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. AJ try as he might to be a good team captain. He's just so woefully inept. And
he is.
He seemed like he's got the best intentions there, as much as he can as a heel, to be a leader, to be a uniter of men. He just doesn't have it within him, and no one trusts him, and no one takes him serious.
Oh, but that's the great thing about this story is that.
I'm not saying this to the. I'm saying AJ as a character.
No.
That's why it's not happening.
I know. Yes. I'm engaging in the talk of the story because you're right. But what AJ said tonight about this match, it's going to teach us to trust each other. He is so correct. I am predicting Team Raw is going to sweep. Like the men's Team Raw. None of the SmackDown guys are going to get. None of them are going to score a pinfall. These guys are going to be bonded as tight as can be come 3 weeks for 2 weeks for Survivor Series. I loved this segment. These guys all have great chemistry. Team SmackDown, I have no idea what's going on. Do they have a full complement at this point?
Not yet, no. I think they're -2.
Owens, Jey Uso, and
there's Seth and there's Baron Corbin. So they're -1.
Seth and Corbin. Yeah, that's right, from this past Friday.
Yeah. And so much for, I guess, a more serious Matt Riddle, huh?
Yeah, I kind of figured.
Maybe it's just in the ring he's a little more serious, more
dude,
intense.
I think it's probably this. Vince wanted to approach Riddle with the bro heavy thing, which is still there, but it's not going to be like the silly videos of him making jokes about the bro stuff.
Yeah.
I just think they're going to make him like an NXT version of Matt Riddle, which is essentially just without the stupid.
Essentially just him.
Yeah, I mean, they're just going to cut away. Like, I think they had planned some silly comedy stuff for him. I think that's what they were going to go with him, and now they're not.
Terrible. Kind of the other major development is we get 2 title matches next week, and it's, the last 2 years haven't been any indication. There's usually one customary title switch right before Survivor Series. So AJ beat Jinder for the belt. Daniel Bryan beat AJ for the belt. So next week we have Raw tag title match, Hurt Business versus New Day, and then Randy Orton has to defend against Drew McIntyre, the WWE title. One of those is changing hands.
I disagree. I think there's no way neither of those. Well, which one do you think it would be if that was the case?
When they announced the match next week, here's what I was hoping they were going to do. I knew they weren't going to do it, but this is what I was hoping. So Orton sees this whole time. This match tonight is a ruse on the Miz's part to get him in the ring to get him beat up so he can cash in on him.
Sure.
That's what opens the show. That plus Randy having a match next week against Drew. Randy wants nothing to do with the tag match main event. He doesn't tag in. He doesn't step foot in that ring. Nonetheless, find a way somehow for him to get laid out. Miz cashes in successfully tonight, new champion. And then next week, Miz is like, hey, I'm champion. Hooray, hooray. Adam Pearce goes, hold on. Drew McIntyre has a title match tonight. And Miz can say, well, I beat Randy Orton. It's not against Randy Orton. She goes, no, it's against you. Drew beats Miz next week on Raw to reclaim the title back. And then Drew will take on Roman Reigns at Survivor Series. So I didn't think they were going to do it. I thought it'd been cool if they'd done it. then that way it's an easy transition. So Orton can move on to something else. He may go after Miz or something for a little bit because he cost him the title, and it's not going to keep on going with the Randy Drew McIntyre thing because they're obviously setting up something between Sheamus and Drew McIntyre after Survivor Series. Plain as day.
Yeah, there's that. There's also like, maybe. Here's the thing. There's a lot of smoke there, but there's some fire because the preview tonight was supposed to be Drew McIntyre Moment of Bliss, which obviously relates to the Fiend. They scrapped that. Instead, they come up with this idea for a match next week for the title. The title match, like you're talking about. They're obviously setting something up with Drew and Sheamus. Orton could be the guy to deal with the Fiend and just not with the title because it doesn't. Obviously, the Fiend never needs a title. That's a possibility. I mean, they're always looking to pop ratings. It's a great way to pop ratings. Yeah. Having Orton versus, I don't know. Like, if that's the case, I think it's probably because they would rather have Drew versus Roman than Orton versus Roman, which I would actually rather see anyways. I'd rather see Drew versus Roman because that's a big time matchup. I guess they would have to wonk that finish.
Oh yeah, Jey Uso would get involved and cost Drew McIntyre the match. Totally. Yeah. That being said, like I said, I don't necessarily know or believe Orton's going to drop the belt next week. Here's the thing about Survivor Series. I can't remember who. Someone pointed out in one of our chats that every match, all the title matches at Survivor Series are all heel versus heel or face versus face. You have Hurt Business beat New Day for those tag titles. You get at least one face versus heel matchup.
Yeah, I'm more likely to think that I think your path for the WWE title is more likely than just be given the fact that there have been last minute changes, including a title match, which completely leads me to think that could possibly happen. The Hurt Business having it's Shelton and Cedric, right? They're not a big deal. The New Day versus the Street Profits. That's a big deal. That's a title that I don't think is going to change hands. On top of that, Hurt Business just beat the New Day, like cleanly to get this match, which was kind of stupid, anyways. If that was what the payment was to Hurt Business for cleaning up Retribution, that's stupid. But that I see is much less likely than the actual WWE champ. I think you might be onto something there.
Remains to be seen.
We'll find out.
Remains to be seen.
Yeah. Anyways, let's go ahead and hop into this. Nope, that's my Quizzlemania cheat sheet.
Miz
right
TV.
There we go. Miz
with John
TV.
Morrison opened the show.
Yeah.
They talk about how they're teaming up with Randall Keith Orton to take on Drew McIntyre and the New Day in the main event tonight. Is it equally as important as that match as Miz? Oh, he's promoting his show. Whoa, Steve disappeared.
Sorry. Look, it's the hacker. He's hacking right now.
Oh my goodness.
There we go. I don't know why is it happening to me now? That's weird.
I don't know.
It used to be a you thing. Now it's a me thing.
I changed camera. Maybe that's what it was. So Miz hyped. Miz and Mrs. coming back, whatever. So he's about to introduce a guest. Randy Orton walks out, and that's when he's like, you got a lot of balls saying, first of all, that your reality show is more important than a match with WWE champion. And also, I realize this is all a setup. You used your stroke backstage to get this match made to get a shot at me. Orton was like on fire this promo. It was
Orton
great.
was great here, and when he focused on Morrison and said, "You took your ball and left to go," what did he say in the minor leagues?
Minor leagues.
Yeah, that was rad.
That bit about years back, Miz, they kicked you out of the locker room, and I never want to let you back in.
That was good stuff.
And then Orton says, "Well, Miz, if you want the title, no setup, no games." So he turns his back to Miz, drops it, and just says, "Take it from me."
Just do it.
And Miz is like, "Do you think I abuse my power as the face of USA to get a better position to cash in on you?" No. Morrison calls Randy a legend. Miz adds that, Orton, you need to stop making it about him. Miz says that his actual agenda was not to cash in on Randy, but for the three of them to get a win over the New Day. Therefore, Miz and Morrison could set themselves up for a title shot. This brings the New Day out. They laugh about the Miz suggesting that Miz and Morrison could beat them. Kofi says, I thought it was a crime for you all to go verbal strong style without a crowd on each other. So we're going to get in the ring and laugh at you. They hit the ring. Randy hits Xavier Woods with an RKO. Miz and Morrison said Kofi out of the ring. Drew McIntyre comes down. He brawls with Orton. Miz decks him with a briefcase. and then he and Morrison throw Drew towards Randy, RKO.
Mm-hmm. After that, we got an Elias promo. Something about Survivor Series. I need to do this. He tries to do a song, and then Jeff Hardy interrupts. Sort of.
What's up with this? I'm trying to work out what's wrong with what's going on with his guitar. It sounded like he had like a delay pedal on it, but it also sounded like crap.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I tune out completely. So anyways, so Hardy interrupts. Riddle comes out. I was paying close attention because I want to see if he was more intense. It was literally just the exact same Matt Riddle.
Yeah.
Sorry, Riddle. So they still did the slow-mo flip-flops thing during this match. So this is a triple threat to get the last spot into the Men's Survivor Series team. AJ Styles and Jordan are watching on to see who's going to be on the team. And it goes to the outside. Elias takes over, starts throwing everybody around as we go to a commercial cliffhanger with Jeff Hardy feeling like crap on the floor. Riddle ends up winning that with a bro Derek.
Yeah. Yeah, it was a fun match.
Yeah, it was fun enough. It was fine.
So we go backstage. Adam Pearce and AJ Styles are talking. They reach an agreement on something. So Charlie walks up and asks, what are you guys talking about? And AJ says, we're friends. We were just talking. Anyways, he's happy that Riddle is on the team. Sheamus walks up. He is not happy that Riddle is on the team, calls him obnoxious punk. Said he's got no problem kicking his head off his shoulders. AJ said, Sheamus, you don't have a winning attitude. I'm calling a team meeting. Sheamus says, you're not my captain.
Yeah.
Braun walks in. AJ, you're not my captain.
Yeah.
We have a mutiny in the ranks, and then he's not even formally captain yet.
I do appreciate, you know what? Here's the thing. WWE too often, they'll act like things just get automatically reset. If there's a brand switch, if there's the smallest amount of time, at least Sheamus is consistent with thinking that Riddle is
an
crap
obnoxious punk.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So anyways, after that, we have a Retribution Mustafa Ali promo where he basically just calls out Ricochet. Ricochet says, you're a damn fool. One man can't change anything. Reckoning gets a little bit of time on the proverbial mic, even though it's mic'd up with a boom. Says it's easy to feel alone when you're manipulated, misguided, blah, blah, blah. We're Retribution. We're not going to rest until we shut you down. So it's like five guys trying to get to one guy. And I'll be honest with you, man. I was like, where does Ricochet stand? Is he good enough to beat all six people in Retribution by himself, or are they actually going to have him take a loss and Retribution will actually pick up a win?
He was fodder for Retribution.
Yeah, it was a hell of a match, though. After that,
it was really good. It was really good.
Drew Gulak approaches the Hurt Business. He's dressed to the nines, or so it seems. He pitches himself to join the Hurt Business. MVP says, sorry, we're not accepting applications right now. Lashley grabs him by the tie and rips the clip-on tie off. And Drew actually had very logical explanation. Says, well, it's tactical. I'm in the 24/7 scene. I need to get away, very quickly. MVP says, sounds logical. And then they jump him anyways.
Yeah. And then R-Truth comes in, covers up Drew, gets his 24/7 title back. After that, Lana versus Shayna Baszler, Mandy, and Dana Brooke were on commentary. Lana tries to get a shot in on Shayna at the bell. Shayna just flings her off, knees her right in the gut.
Yeah.
She makes pretty quick work of Lana, taps her out to the clutch. Then Nia starts to clear off the announce table, puts Lana on her shoulders, and then Mandy and Dana, I can't remember if Mandy or Dana just kind of gave a little kick to Nia Jax, and Nia puts Lana down, and they kind of have a stare off. So Lana didn't go through the table. Yet. So that we got Mandy and Dana backstage. Lana rolls up to them. She says, thank you for helping me out. Mandy says, we didn't do it to help you. We did it to send a message to Nia and Dana. And then Lana says, I'm sorry. Mandy says, next time, if you want help, just stay out of our way.
Yeah. All right, before we continue, here's a word from the sponsor of today's show, Raycon. Hey, Larson.
Yeah?
I don't know if you know this, but the holidays are coming up, so it's time to get started on your holiday shopping.
True, Steve, and why not make the most wonderful time of the year even better with the gift of Raycon wireless earbuds? Right now, you can save big on a gift that your friends and family can use every single day. Whether I'm working out or relaxing at home listening to my favorite holiday jams, my Raycons become my go-to wireless earbuds. They're comfortable, sound quality is top-notch, and they start at half the price of other premium wireless earbuds.
Yeah, man, I've been wearing my Raycons during my daily walks and wind sprints. Today I did some wind sprints, and I got some shin splints doing wind sprints, Larson. But the entire time I was wearing my Raycons because they got a great fit. They got a noise isolating fit. And this holiday season, get them a gift you can use for calls, works, or music for work or play. At home, on the go, doing wind sprints, getting shin splints, Raycon is the way to go.
Heck, you can even treat yourself to a pair. Go to buyraycon.com/raw today to unlock exclusive deals up to 20% off your Raycon order. But hurry.
Yeah.
This offer is available for a limited time only, and you don't want to miss it.
That's right. That's buyraycon.com/raw to unlock up to 20% off your Raycons. Buyraycon.com/raw. Once this show's over, man, I'm going to go back out. It's pitch dark outside. I'm going to go do some more wind sprints with my Raycons on.
And get more shin splints.
I might get more shin splints. So after that, we've got our team meeting with Team Men's Raw Survivor Series team. Nobody's on the same page here. They're all sort of yakking away. Riddle suggests, hey, look, guys, this is what we can use. This will bring us together. Code names. And when he said code names, I really did chuckle. I thought that Riddle's performance here is actually pretty damn good. Did he call Braun Mongoose?
Yeah.
Okay. He called AJ Skipper. Keith Lee was Bro Lee, which apparently is an anime reference, a Dragon Ball Z reference, according to somebody on Twitter. And then he says, Sheamus, you're Fireface. And Sheamus gets offended, says, you got some ginger nicknames for me, huh? Dopey? He says, that's your nickname. And Riddle says, how did you know?
Yeah.
I thought that was pretty, I'll be honest. It's just, I love all these guys. They're all just powered up to the gills. Mm-hmm. And so to see the dynamic of all these guys together, the closest thing this reminded me of is that year that they did the I think it was, I want to say Money in the Bank, when they were all on ladders and like Jericho was there, probably Owens, I forget who. But I remember that one. It was the makings for something that could have been terrible, but it was actually pretty damn good. Yeah. And this, like, everybody comes off as very natural in this. It's not outstaying its welcome. Anyways, they do the thing with Sheamus and then let's see here. Oh, I missed my spot.
AJ gets back on the mic and it's like, we don't need nicknames. He warns them all about the quality of their opponents at SmackDown, tells Braun if it doesn't work, he'll bound down to King Corbin. That's hilarious. Mm-hmm. They all seem cool. They all seem like, all right, fine, we'll take it seriously. Again, until AJ declares himself captain, they protest. And AJ says, well, that appears to sanction a match between Braun and Sheamus versus Matt Riddle, and Keith Lee, with AJ as a special guest referee, because they all need to gain respect for each other. So that was next. Yeah.
This was great.
This was a lot of fun.
This was a lot of fun, just like last week with the monster match. This was a lot of fun. At one point, Sheamus is giving AJ some shit and just walks right into a really nasty chop from Riddle. And you see Sheamus's face when he does. I don't know. It was just a really funny bit. And then AJ's behind Sheamus. Sheamus gets out of the way and eats a V trigger. And then... So Sheamus goes for a pin. AJ's out. He gets up. He sort of stands by. He's like, what's going on? AJ's like, man, that really hurt. That really hurt. Sheamus turns around with AJ still behind him, ducks a kick from Riddle, and then he walks into a sandwich between Keith Lee and Braun Strowman.
Oh, it was pretty great.
And when he falls down, when AJ falls down, Jordan starts getting into the ring, and you see Keith Lee load up his fists, and Braun loads up his fists, and then that's our next commercial cliffhanger. When we come back, Jordan's on the outside again, and AJ's back with it.
Like it never happened.
Like it never happened. We can assume that it's Vince is into these
cooler heads prevailed.
He's into these Nitro cliffhangers now, but he just does it with commercials instead of the end.
Just
of the
randomly
show.
Throughout the show. I know
exactly.
After the commercial break, though, the story is all about how Sheamus and Braun just couldn't get along. Braun backdrops Keith Lee after Keith Lee was setting up for a spirit bomb. Sheamus tags himself in. He hits Lee with a knee, then a bro kick. But Riddle had tagged himself in before the bro kick. He hits Sheamus with a German suplex to get a 2. Sheamus sets up for a bro kick. Braun tags himself in. He gets some moves on against Riddle. Sheamus tags himself back in as Braun is setting up for a power slam. They're arguing. Sheamus bro kicks Braun off the apron, and then Matt Riddle rolls Sheamus up to get the W.
Yeah, it was tons of fun.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
It's gonna, once it comes to it, AJ is totally right. He is absolutely team captain, and beating each other up is gonna form a bond. They're gonna sweep at Survivor Series, man. I'm telling you. After that, we had Alexa Bliss backstage. She's picking some flower petals. Nikki rolls up to her and says, hey, Alexa, or Alexa's like, hey, it's been a while since I've seen you. Nikki said, I just saw you last week. And then I think Alabama came out and started bugging me. So what happened with the rest of this?
So, she said all that. And Alexa says, sorry, I've been having fun at the fun house. Said, I'm sorry I haven't invited you over yet. I'll have to do that. Nikki says, well, I'm not into playing. This isn't a game. And then she takes the blame for what happened to Alexa Bliss. Says she's sorry that she wasn't there when Bliss needed her. And then she says the Fiend is pure evil. Mm-hmm. And it's time to make a choice. It's either Nikki or the Fiend. Mm-hmm. And then Bliss takes a handful of those flower petals that she was picking off the flower and blows them in Nikki's face. And she just goes, I choose him. That's it.
Yeah. All right. So after that, we had an MVP promo. And he says, next week you've got Hurt Business. The New Day thinks they're going to go take on the Street Profits, but next week Hurt Business gets their tag title shot against New Day. So they're going to be taking on the Street Profits. Meanwhile, Sammy's going to get ragdolled by Bobby Lashley to show that the United States title is far and away a bigger deal than the Intercontinental Championship. Lashley gets on the mic. He starts talking about Sami Zayn, and Titus O'Neil interrupts. And he says, hey, you know what? A few weeks ago, I pitched you on me joining Hurt Business, and in response, you showed me disrespect. And MVP says, well, for us, that was business as usual. He says, for what you do with kids, I do have some measure of respect for you, so I will give you an opportunity to walk away right now. Titus says no, and then he sort of calls out Lashley for never defending his championship, and commentary puts over that he, in fact, has not defended it since Clash of Champions 2 months ago. So that gets him a shot at Lashley. Right before the match starts, MVP says, hey, quick reminder, Titus, this match takes place above the ring, not underneath it. And he turns around. Lashley doesn't get much of an advantage off that because Titus just starts wailing away with these really great looking punches. But before too long, Lashley ends up hitting a spear and then gets the hurt lock onto Titus. And
I really like Titus. Titus's performance here.
I liked the punches. It felt like it was Raw Underground Titus.
Well, also the intensity when he came out there is like, you disrespected me.
You could tell there was some fire in his delivery. Again, I no idea if it's coincidental or not. Working with MVP, everybody, whenever they have a promo with MVP, their intensity steps up.
Yeah. After that, we had Drew and Sheamus backstage. They're old friends, Sheamus is blowing off some steam because Team Raw is crap. And then Drew says, well, maybe you shouldn't be bro kicking your partners off the apron. And Sheamus says, well, I despise my partners on Team Raw almost as much as he despises the New Day. And Drew's like, oh, come on. He starts doing the suggests that Sheamus gets some of the power of positivity in his life. And Sheamus talks about wanting to team up with Drew again. And so they're reminiscing about it. Drew saying it's one of the best times in his life. Just reminiscing about it helps Sheamus to calm down. He says, hey, good luck. Afterwards, we'll get a couple pints. And Drew says, when I get my WWE title back, it's not just going to be pints. It sounds like it's going to be like a whole bar's worth of booze because they're going to party all night, courtesy of the new WWE champion.
Meanwhile, Mercy the Buzzard was in the background during this segment.
Oh, I didn't notice that.
Neither did I, but chat mentioned it several times. So shout out to them. Yeah, dude, it really does feel like they have all of a sudden like a plan in place for like at least a couple months of stuff, which is exciting to see.
Kind of seems that way, huh?
Yeah, it seems like it. So yeah, and I love the chemistry between these two. It feels so, especially with Sheamus talking in a lot of, sort of Irish slang. It really feels like when they do that, it feels like they're given maybe bullet points to work off of. And they're just like, hey, you guys know each other. You have chemistry. Hit A, C, and B, or A, B, and C.
Do your thing.
And you're good. Exactly. I know my alphabets, damn it. A, C, and then B. F. And then exactly. After that, we had Asuka versus Nia Jax. Before that match, Nia was at the gorilla position. She has an interview, basically says, everybody talks shit. I'm going to go eliminate everybody at Survivor Series, come back and beat Asuka again after tonight. I'm going to do it again to get the Raw Women's Championship.
And there's that great bit where she's like, who's the running this division? And Shayna steps in and goes, it's me. I do it.
Yeah.
And then Nia just says, no, you don't do it.
It's like, see, even my own teammate says this.
And back there, Shayna's back there just rolling her eyes.
It's good. It's really good stuff.
It's great. It's great. So this is a pretty fun match between Asuka and Nia Jax. Eventually, though, Asuka catches Nia with an Asuka lock. Shayna runs in, kicks Asuka to break it up. So Asuka wins by DQ. So Mandy and Dana and Lana were all ringside, which of course meant that Lana was going through that table. Brawl breaks out. Nia and Shayna send Mandy and Dana out of the ring. So Lana's just in the corner. Nia clears off the announce table. Shayna tosses Lana to the floor. Nia puts her through the table again and tells Lana that she doesn't belong here. Just quit. Lana is 100% getting the dub for Team Raw.
We literally have, because there are mods, Ricky, who don't think that Lana's going to end up being the sole survivor. And so we're literally betting cash money on it now.
Wow.
We're going to take, but it's like 10 to, it's like, we're all betting for, and then Ricky's got $10 against. So we're just going to end up each with like $1. So, so yeah, you went in on that action, dude?
No, I'm going to cut into your payday, so no.
Oh, okay. Well, that's good. More for me. Let's see here. After that, we had Angel Garza trying to bang the camera person again.
There was actually an R-Truth interview beforehand where he learned that he was going to be in a 7-way match, and he thought he was going to be in a GQ shoot.
Okay. All right. Yeah, commentary mentioned that. I missed that. I was out of the room, I guess.
All right. Carry on with that. That was the gist of it. Carry on with the Angel Garza thing. Then.
That's it. He's just trying to bang the camera person. After that, we had Lucha House Party.
Yeah, the 7-man match. Yeah.
Tucker now with a singlet top, but the same, like kick pads, knee pads, and like.
I felt like last week his pants over his boots. Because they were over his boots tonight.
They were over his boots tonight. I don't know what they were last week. It looks terrible. I feel so bad. Wow. I don't know. He's on TV, but it's like, man.
He's now a one-time 24/7 champion. So
yeah,
this was fun. So Tozawa kicks Truth, covers him. He's 24/7 champion. And then so the bell rings. So 24/7 rules are back in effect. Ray Rowe rolls up Akira Tozawa, pins him. He's new champion. Then Drew Gulak rolls up Eric on the floor. Sorry, Ray Rowe. He's new champion. And then Tucky's back in the ring. He rolls up Drew Gulak. He's new champion. No, Drew. So it's like an inside cradle. Drew, they don't let go. Drew rolls over to pin Tucky. He's new champion. No, Tucky rolls it back over, pins him. He's new champion.
Mm-hmm.
So R-Truth is back in the ring. He's looking for a AA on Drew. Drew escapes. Eric hits him with a knee. Lindsay hits the splash. Metalik falls with a top rope elbow. He is new champion. And then right away, Lindsay rolls him up. He's champion now. And then Drew hits Lindsay with an AA. He's a champion again.
Yeah, wow.
It's inconsequential, but it was well executed.
Yeah, I can't bring myself to care in the slightest for this one. I just can't.
I get you.
Yeah.
Here's
the thing, man. I like everybody here. I mean, I'm sort of indifferent towards Tucker. I'm like, I feel bad for the guy. Like, I'm a big fan of Drew Gulak. I'm a big fan of him. And it kind of bums me out because remembering him at he was at a didn't he fight at like a Mania kickoff show when he was doing the General Zod thing? Was that the one against? Was it Austin Aries or one of the other guys? Pac was Austin Aries. Yeah. I don't know who it was, but when Drew Gulak was doing the serious stuff, God, he was so good. He was
every iteration of his character on 205 Live was great.
It was great. And I think that he does terrific work now. Whatever they give him, when he's on TV, he lights it up. It's fantastic stuff. But it's just he could be doing a lot more.
Oh God, yes. Yes.
So after that, speaking of guys who were just amazing, Mustafa Ali and Ricochet had their match. And this was absolutely great. The shit talk during the match, Ricochet trying to appeal to Ali, saying this is not the way to go. What are you doing? And then Ali giving him some static back was really good.
Kind of like trying to recruit him too.
Yeah. What cracked me up was Dijak's noises on the outside because it reminded me. Remember that game, Road to Hell Retribution? Mm-hmm. Like whenever you were in a brawl, in a melee, you'd hear just grunting from the various characters. It was just like one guy was like, and that's what Dijak was doing. I just heard.
Yeah, he's a bit of a chatterbox out there.
That being said, the audio for Raw tonight was outstanding. The crowd audio. It was especially during that main event is when I really noticed it. I was like, wow, they have this perfect. And even when Drew does the 3-2-1 thing, I was like, okay, they have really got a handle on this. It sounds like you're there.
Well, I thought the in-ring audio sounded really good too. Like every chop, sounded thick and thunderous, and you heard all the little trash talk between Ali and Ricochet.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Let's talk a minute about that crazy top rope backstabber that Mustafa Ali pulled off.
Oh,
I'd never seen anything like that before.
That was insane. That was something else.
Never seen anything like that before.
That was great.
That was awesome. Awesome. That bit where it looks like Ricochet set up to win. He goes up top. You're thinking, oh, he's going to go for a 630. Yeah. No, he goes and hits that tornillo on all of Retribution.
It's so beautiful. It was so beautifully executed by everybody. He goes back up to the top.
You know what I like about that? How often do people go up top and try to take out like 2 or 3 people? And they just do, I don't know, they might do a crossbody, which is smart, but they do, like a moonsault or something where you're landing and you're vertical still, That move, he's horizontal. He's going to, make impact with all 3 of them.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
It looked great.
Brilliant.
It seems strategic. And the cool thing is I didn't see it coming because he's looking at them. He's looking at Ali. He's looking at them. He's looking at Ali. He gets up and he's focused on Ali. And at the very last second in kayfabe, he makes that decision to go after them. Great stuff. Just really, really great stuff.
It's tactically, you get it because it's like, well, if I'm going to hit this move, I'm going to cover, they're going to come in and break up the pinfall. But if I take them out, then maybe I can get it in. But ultimately, what costs him the match? So he hits that tornillo. He goes back up top, goes for a Phoenix splash, misses. Ali locks in the Koji clutch. Ricochet passed out.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Is Ricochet going to end up joining Retribution? I don't know. I just hope the story continues, like and take some twists and turns.
Somewhere. Yeah, exactly. It's got to go somewhere.
Yeah.
If they just have it continue with no direction and no twists and turns, nothing interesting, then I don't want it to continue.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I don't. Well, I don't know. I mean, that just means match after match with these two guys. I'd be on board with that.
Yeah,
I've seen worse.
Next, we get Randall Keith Orton backstage. Adam Pearce walks in. He's like, "Hey, Randy, I know you're not happy with the match. It's kind of out of my hands. Got a directive from above. I got another directive that might make you happy, though. You get to defend the title against Drew next week." Orton is not happy about that.
Opposite.
He slams Adam Pearce against the wall in gorilla position. Says, "I got a message for you. Tell the staff they can go to hell."
Yeah. I love that Scrap Iron didn't lose his shit, man. He didn't. He wasn't scared. He was like, okay, I just got to take this because he's a champion.
Cool as a cucumber.
Cool head Scrap Iron. Scrap Iron just thinking... He's lucky that I don't get the title shot next week because Scrap Iron will be the new WWE champion.
Yeah. Former Ring of Honor champ, Scrap Iron.
Yeah, man.
I think. Then we got our main event. Randall, Keith Orton, Miz, and Morrison against the New Day and Drew McIntyre. Randy Orton wanted nothing to do with this match. This was effectively a handicap match. And I swear at one moment, when Miz was imploring Orton to tag in, and Orton's like, no. Orton had to cover his mouth because he started laughing.
Yeah.
Because he did this against the rope.
Yeah. Yeah. I noticed that. That was good.
So for the better part of the match, the New Day were basically destroying Miz and Morrison, especially the first half. They got basically no offense. The New Day were wrecking them. That is until at one point Miz distracts the ref. Morrison drapes Xavier Woods over the top rope. Follows a double stomp on his back, sends Woods to the floor. From that point on, they get some offense in. Miz wants to tag in Orton. Nothing to do with it. And then eventually, though, Miz charges Xavier Woods. Woods drops him with a clothesline. Drew and Morrison get the hot tags. Drew goes on a huge run, talks some trash to Orton, hits a future shock, sets up for a Claymore. Instead, though, he puts Morrison in Orton's corner and tells Randy, don't be a bitch. I want you to tag in.
Yeah.
Orton gets on the apron, kind of leans over a bit like he's going to tag in. Nope.
Asks for his title.
Yep. Walks away.
Yeah.
So Morrison rolls up Drew, gets his feet on the ropes. Xavier Woods, I believe, knocks it off. Drew hits Miz with a spine buster. Morrison leaps off the second rope right into a headbutt, and then Drew hits him with the Claymore for the win.
And there's your Raw. Let's answer some questions. I've got a Patreon thread up here. Gregory Fiella. Would you like a Randy Orton, Miz, and Morrison group, or are they too goofy and below for them to be a meaningful group? I don't want to see them as a group, but I do like the dynamic of Orton and Miz kind of coexisting and working together. Meanwhile, Miz has that briefcase, and he can strike at any time. I like that dynamic, but I don't want to see him as a group.
Miz and Morrison are being booked as basically buffoons.
They're still being, that's not.
Orton should want to have nothing to do with them.
Yeah.
With or without the briefcase. Sir Wedgie with the sub, thank you very much.
Blake Whitehouse
Sorry, go ahead.
Blake Whitehouse has kind of
this whole wide world that owns that shirt.
What the heck?
What?
Stupid Modern Family was playing. Like all of a sudden it piped up out of nowhere on my internet because it was on after Raw, or it was on after whatever was after Raw. So there was some Sofia Vergara here. Anyways, Blake Whitehouse says, you guys get $1 million, but for the next 5 years, all beverages you drink have to be at room temperature. Do you take the deal? Yay or nay?
Oh yeah, I like room temperature water. 100%.
I don't. I think that's terrible, but I will take that because it's $1 million. And then in 5 years, when you get some ice in your drink, it'll taste amazing.
Well, here's another thing: you got to have room temperature coffee. For me, that's a worse hit than room temperature water. I don't like really cold water.
I'd do it because it'd mean my wife wouldn't have to work, so I would do that.
Yeah, no, I'd 100% do it.
Yes, I would.
I'm just saying the lukewarm coffee would be more of a problem for me than lukewarm water. Gaming with Cage. Do you think Ali's slight name change is a Vince thing, or did WWE get the pronunciation wrong all of these years? I'm sure it's an Ali thing.
Yeah.
I'm sure he came to them with that.
Let's see here. Willie Powerbottom. Out of all the people you could realistically see leaving WWE, who would you most like to see on post WWE departure Jericho podcast? Who is, Apollo Crews should want to leave. He should want to leave.
Has he even had a match on SmackDown?
I don't think he has been seen on SmackDown. Right back to it. Because you know why? MVP ain't on SmackDown. That's why. It's a bummer. Maybe given that Daniel Bryan is there, maybe because apparently Daniel Bryan's really trying to get Chad Gable to push. I don't know.
Yeah, Apollo Crews is a good answer.
But he's also. But here's the thing. I mean, this is the reason why I'm hesitating to say him. He seems like a classy guy. Like I don't know if he'd spill the dirt. I'm trying to think of somebody who I want to hear them spill some dirt. Who do you think that'd be?
I mean, you could spill the dirt, but do it in a diplomatic way.
AJ Styles. But here's the thing.
Not going anywhere.
He's not going anywhere. and they treat him he has nothing to complain about. They treat him amazingly. But somebody with he does not give an F. That guy will shoot on anybody at any time, even under contract. So I'm trying to think of somebody similar to that, where they don't care about being diplomatic.
Well, if that's the case, then Brock Lesnar.
Yeah, like he has anything to complain about.
Samoa Joe would be interesting. I don't think he's going to necessarily shoot hard, but I think he'll find an eloquent way to air his grievances.
Whoa, wait a second.
What?
Medusa just raided us.
What?
Yeah, like the Medusa just raided us on
awesome.
Twitch. What's
That's so
up,
awesome.
Medusa? Hello. Oh my
Hello.
God. She said, hey, don't make me come through this channel and kick your ass. Whoa. Whoa there. We come in peace, man.
Yes.
We come in peace.
Yes. We're cool.
Well, welcome to the Friendo Club, Medusa.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Somebody gift Medusa a sub, please.
Yes, please.
She needs to be a Friendo Club TV member, man.
Sir Wedgie. So going by this logic, did Riddle give Retribution their names?
Wait, who did you say you wanted to hear do a shoot?
Samoa Joe.
Oh, that's a great answer. They treat him pretty good, though. What's the next question?
Did Matt Riddle give Retribution their names? No, Mustafa Ali said he gave them their names, and the rationale behind it actually made a whole lot of sense. I'm sure that was all him.
Yeah, but still. Oh, look at Dabbing with Dan hitting Medusa with that gifted sub. Bang.
Awesome.
Just like that. We got Medusa in our clique.
Awesome.
Powerful
Folsom
clique.
Joe gifted the sub to Good Cop, Bad Cop 85, and some cheers from Folsom Joe. Thank you very much, Folsom Joe.
Thank you very much. This is a great question from Kenny T. Will we get a Rollins Riddle moment?
Yeah. This is what I want to be. I want to be where Seth's in there, Riddle tags in, he just looks at him with like disgust, goes and tags himself out. That's what I want to be.
Oh, man. Let's see.
AKA Matt is dying with the sub. Thank you very much.
Let's see here. Alex Foster. So if Ricochet joins Retribution, does he even need to change his name?
No. Nope.
Would it be like a Cena joining the Nexus type thing where he's there reluctantly? Like, is he going to buy into this, man? Is he going to be like, you guys need some W's. You guys need some wins, so let me join your team. And then let's all head over to main event.
Dylan asked if you can get the packages that he sent. We'll do it. Are they still in your car?
Yeah, they're in my car.
Okay. Remember to do it Wednesday.
For sure Wednesday. Positively Wednesday. 100% Wednesday. And my car is locked, so they are safe.
Shane's birthday tweet says, Dijak was roasting anyone who showed him they got Retribution merchandise. It was an honor to be made fun of by him.
I love Dijak. He's great.
He's so good.
He's great. Let's see here. Kenny T says, I understand Hurt Business not letting him in, but that was a fine suit Drew Gulak had aside from the clip-on tie. I agree. He looked great. He looked like a Kale one of those years we did the IGAs. Didn't he wear like a
Night by night, you have been hired to provide catering for Monday Night Raw. Assuming you have plenty of time to prepare, what homemade meals and beverages do you provide the roster with?
Grape nuts. Just grape nuts.
You go to Costco, get the like 3 jumbo things of grape nuts.
I'm gonna be farting in that ring the entire time,
and then a bunch of milk.
It's gonna smell so bad.
Can they at least have some fresh fruit to put in their grape nuts?
Yeah, I always have with bananas.
Some bananas.
Love me some bananas.
What about some blueberries or some strawberries? Put some berries up in there.
Yeah, whatever. I just want bananas.
It's a terrible answer.
I'd
cooked a prime rib before. I'd cook them a prime rib.
There you go. Perfect. You get some glorified concrete in a bowl with milk.
And I'd save the end piece for myself.
They're like, this is like what you gave us kitty litter. No, it's grape nuts.
It's grape nuts.
Cleans you out. Cleans you out, man.
I'm just trying to do something. I have 2 AJ questions. 1, will AJ be the only member of Team Raw eliminated? Question 2, is AJ keeping himself busy knowing Undertaker is going to be in the same building as him? It'd be great if they actually
they should reference that for sure.
Reference that.
Mm-hmm. Let's see here. Whoa. Oh, we already talked about that one. Wolfpack for Life says, would Matt Riddle be better off as a tag team wrestler? I find him unbearable usually, but enjoyed his time with Pete Dunne. I prefer him as a singles guy. I thought he was pretty entertaining tonight.
That being said, he and Keith Lee have really good chemistry. That spirit bomb bit they did was really good.
They really do, yeah.
Dangum Q, tonight's episode as a sandwich.
You get some bread, put some greatness in it.
It's a Subway footlong, but kind of a boring one, just like turkey breast, where you're really hungry. And you think, well, this will at least fill me up. And you get like halfway through it, and you can just say, I don't want this anymore. It's too much.
Well, I like that you said it was turkey also, because turkey puts you to sleep. No, but look, we ran down Raw, and I enjoyed most of the segments. Like, is there a sandwich that gets really good when you get to the middle? Because like when the team meeting stuff happened, that was really good.
I guess depends what you put in the middle of it.
Yeah, I guess so.
Jorge D, is the Lana sympathetic storyline working for you guys? Because it is for me.
Yeah.
Also, who would have thought Lana would be in a better story than Miro?
Yeah. Man, I saw there was some video that AEW posted somewhere of like Kip and Penelope and another woman. I don't know who it was. But they're all like sitting with each other, and then Miro's sort of literally standing in the background behind them. I'm like, why is this guy not featured? It's like,
I know.
It's Miro. And he's like,
it's Miro, I know.
He's like Kip is like the lead guy in this. Come on. I mean, maybe they're just saying, hey, just because you had a good run in WWE doesn't mean you're going to come over here and be the biggest thing.
Mm-hmm,
we have our guys, and you're going to fit into that. Yeah, which you have to respect in one.
Yeah. Folsom Joe with the bits. Thank you.
Oh, this is great. Willie Powerbottom also asks, in kayfabe, who would be the worst among us player? Dr. Mr. Lipkin says Roman Reigns, because he never does jobs, because you're supposed to do jobs in Among Us.
He's also got like the ultimate poker face right now.
Yeah, you're right. Nobody would call an emergency meeting and say, hey, I think it was Roman Reigns.
It's Matt Riddle, because he'd be giggling the whole time.
Yeah. Oh, look, the vents are red, man. Yeah.
Folsom Joe with more bits. Thank you very much.
Eddie Brock's Venom has a great question about wiping out history, space-time, et cetera, et cetera. If you could wipe out one match type in wrestling history as if it was never made up, what would it be? And how would it have changed history? He says mine would be 2 out of 3 falls, because of Triple H and HBK had about 4 of them in their time. Just killing it, showed how good and great the emotion of brothers loving and changed the time to make history. I didn't get that last bit, but if you can go back in time, if you could take one wrestling match out of history, the scaffold match. Yeah, New Jack would be a little bit healthier, for one thing.
I mean, they're just not.
That wasn't a scaffold match. The one where he claims that he busted his brain, that wasn't an actual scaffold match. They just went up to the scaffold.
Oh, okay, but the second one.
The second one was definitely a scaffold match, yeah. But then there was that one where Cornette blew out like all of his knees.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh. Like the actual scaffold match, like 99.9% of it is boring.
Right.
Until someone falls off.
Yeah.
And then you just hold your breath to make sure someone doesn't really hurt themselves.
That's a really good
miserable. It's miserable.
That's a really miserable point. I can't top that. That's a good one. Oh my goodness gracious.
Shane's birthday tweet gifting a sub to Samuel E. Bronkowitz. Thank you very much. Shane's birthday tweet, pay it forward.
Thank you very much. We got oh man. Queen of the Ring is here too, man. Trying to duck her. She's trying to get in my head, dude. Get out of here.
Yeah.
She's trying to peep my my game, my strategy.
Your strategy? What, studying?
Trying to duck all these people.
Even with studying, it's not like you're going to finish better than 4th. Prove me wrong.
I bet she doesn't know who the Survivor Series sole survivor was in 1973. Yeah, that's what I
think you do know that either.
It was Bruno.
White Brownie, if AEW could get one woman wrestler from WWE, who would they get?
If WWE
Well,
could
who
do what
would
now?
or who should?
Who should? What now?
If AEW can get a member of the women's roster from WWE, who should it be?
Well, you answer it first.
Bianca Belair.
That's a good one. Well, I mean, wouldn't they want to get like Charlotte?
Yeah, I guess so.
I mean, either
Gareth.
Charlotte or Bayley. Probably Sasha Banks.
Yeah.
Oh, well, no. I mean, it's Becky Lynch. Clearly.
Yeah.
Oh, what's Rebecca Quinn doing in the Impact Zone? She's with Kip Sabian.
Gareth Nicholas, would you rather have a 2-hour Raw or remain 3-hour with no commercial breaks during matches? No, 2-hour Raw.
Oh my God! Is he suggesting that we'd get a thick 3 hours, no commercial breaks?
Oh, that'd be so damn exhausting.
That's like double what it actually is, almost kind of. Oh, that's terrible. No,
Yeah,
a
that'd be the
2-hour
worst.
Raw would be great. Give me that.
Yeah.
Hey, here's a novel idea: 1-hour Raw. Oh,
about that?
whoa! Duckman coming through with a bunch of gifted subs to Wicked
Oh,
Wheezing,
awesome.
Dresden Falls, Heart a Graham Guy, Arches B Craze, and Res Dog. Pay it forward. Thank you so much.
Pay it forward.
Man.
O-Dog for SmackDown. Who's the fifth man, brother? O-Dog suggests Big E.
It totally should be Big E. Was he even on the show? Oh yeah, he had that bit with the Trivial Pursuit this past week. Yeah.
Dylan with some bits says, legit question, in elimination tag match, if you're not the legal man and hit someone else who also isn't the legal man with a chair, can the ref disqualify you? Yeah.
Run that through again?
So in a elimination tag match, if you're not the legal man and you hit someone who also isn't the legal man with a chair, can the ref disqualify you?
Yeah, sure. They've done that before. Yeah, people have been eliminated without being eliminated. Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Stu is gnarly with the sub. Thank you very much.
Shane's birthday tweet says a 2.5-hour Raw with no commercials.
Well, it's the same. It's more or less the same length
That's
of time.
what it is. I mean, if the question is, would you rather Raw with commercials or like somebody go in and chop out the commercials for you so you just watch it straight through? I kind of like the commercials to like
breaks it up.
It breaks it up. I need I need to like take little naps here and there during commercials. Mm-hmm. Little 4-minute naps here and there.
Yeah. Stazari with the sub. Thank you very much.
Anyways, we'll answer some more questions on the Twitch here in a little bit. We're going to call it a night for the podcast for now, though. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in. We appreciate it. Remember, it's Pledge Week. Go follow us at Real Going In Raw to get all the alerts for that. But then it's also on the YouTube community tabs, all that kind of stuff. So thanks for hanging out. We appreciate it. Until next time, we'll talk to you later.
Goodbye.
Be a part of the best pro wrestling podcast today at patreon.com/Steven Larson. Enjoy tons of bonus videos, including patron-only live shows, gameplay, and vintage 10 for the wins, access to podcast question threads, the Friendo Care Package, and so much more. Support Going In Raw today at patreon.com/Steven Larson.